Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to our show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 1st October 2025. Today we are reviewing our thumbnail on our tablet, which is a Galaxy Tab E. So why are we bringing this up? This is super cool. This is really nice. One of the most dumb video that I ever done, but fuck it, let's do it. So this is something that's really important to me, really important. So this is something that I bought when I first came in the apartment, right? Back in the days, you could get a phone and it would give you credit in store that you could buy something. And what ended up happening is we bought that tablet. Now, also speaking, the tablet was completely worthless. Why? Well, because we didn't have Wi-Fi, so we were watching DVDs, right? And the phone was doing a better job, which was kind of crazy, right? However, it starts having a purpose. Tablet was super advanced, so when you go to YouTube, you could have a video on YouTube, and it would tell you, hey, you're playing a game right now. We'll allow you to play the game, plus they'll have the first pop-in. So, for example, they call it the picture-in-picture, PIP. I don't know what you heard about me, because I'm a motherfucking PIP. You can play YouTube or TikTok, you decide. And it was nice because I thought that before, and I was like, okay, well, back in the days, I was playing Final Fantasy, which is 2000, I want to say 15 or 16. Oh, it was a shizzle. I was so freaking good. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? I'm going to have some fun with this one. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. And it's simply, how can I say this? It's simply a factor of what I can accomplish here. You know, I can do two things, and this was my very first multitasking, right? And I remember fondly not having Wi-Fi. I remember fondly going to a shopping center, not even nearby, and bringing my phone and bringing the tablet. On one phone, I used to play, download some videos, and on the tablet, I used to watch YouTube and download some videos, right? It was super cool because the tablet was all I ever wanted, right? And it was kind of really strong compared to a phone. And I was doing some mobile gaming back then because I was too broke to buy another console. Our PS3 broke, so I was like, okay, well, what do I do? What do I do? And it's kind of cool because my phone was a Huawei. It's a throwing phone, right? So it costs you $80. It is the basis of the basis. There's nothing to do with it, right? And we upgraded to Sony Xperia. So the Sony Xperia, that was great. However, the Sony Xperia, we used it like we use every single other phones. We used to play it emulator on it. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, PSP. Now, the problem with the Sony Xperia wasn't the mode. It was the game that we had. Most games that were interesting were requiring a internet connection, right? On the internet connection, I didn't have it. So I was like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? What do I do here, right? So on the tablet, what was cool is you could play basically every single game that you could, and it was just fun. And I remember forever, I fell into depression, and this is why it's so important. I literally think that I threw it away. I was depression, right? And I was bored out of my mind. So I did download every single videos on YouTube of Zelda. And people are gonna get pissed at what I did. I don't care. That was 10 years ago, so go ahead. I used to be in my bath, super comfortable in a warm bath. And what I would do is I would have the Zelda. So the Zelda way was so good. It was because there was no voice acting. So you could just read it. So I was playing Final Fantasy in the bath, watching and listening to Zelda playthrough and just reading it. And it was the best. So we found it, and I was like, you know what? I can have YouTube on it. So the reason as to why this tablet is so important right now, right here, right now, is because I am going back to writing. I feel like writing. I miss writing, so I'm going back to writing. Now, I have things like Netflix or YouTube on my TV. However, the YouTube, I can do it, but what am I watching on YouTube? Something I cannot react to. I'm watching some videos that are, I'm watching Outdoors Boys, I'm watching Kid Boga, which is great. But then I wanted to watch Netflix on the TV. Why? Because I'm using the computer to write, obviously. And kind of crazy because as stupid as it is, you have the screen here, you have the same screen there. here you're writing. You're switching your eyesight to look at the TV. Because you're switching your eyesight to look at the TV, then you're not as focused. Versus this is playing in the background and I'm having fun, right? So what we decided to do was, okay, so I was like, you know what? I found a tablet. Maybe I can watch some TV on it. Maybe I can watch some Netflix on it. Netflix just told me this is not compatible with your with your version. So I tried to download. And the problem with this one is we only have 11 gigs. So I cannot have TikTok because TikTok takes a shit ton of time. It takes a lot of space, right? Ooh, 50%, 2%, and 7%. Shit. So yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, with tablet I was like, okay, well, YouTube it is. YouTube told me this is not good enough. So I was like, you know what? Play the tower. So we already have 4 playthrough of the tower, but like, you know what? At this point, one less, I don't mind. And I wanted to do something that's kind of cool because this is a really retro device. I wanted to do something that was really retro. And the idea behind it was to do something that was so retro that it sort of made some sort of sense. Very, very confusing, but it makes sense. How does it make sense? Well, it makes sense if you are in a position where you were around when back then, right? Why do I like USB key? Because I grew up with them. Why do I like DVDs? Because I grew up with them. Why do I like the Nintendo 64? Because I grew up with it, right? That's as simple as this. So with tablet, I was like, you know what? Let's play the tower. The tower is too new for that. So I had to find a game, and now it's working. So now what we're gonna do is a retro playthrough, but it's just so good. And it's just so good because you're taking literally taking something that is for garbage and you're reusing it. There's a lot of ads on TV that says, hey, don't throw away your old electronics, recycle them, right? And I'm like, not only do I recycle them, but I'm using them myself, which is amazing. And it just goes to show that I'm a hoarder, first of all, but it's kind of cool that I didn't throw it away because now we're using it. And yes, we can't play the tower because it's too old, because it's too new. I'm gonna have to watch YouTube because it's too new. I'm gonna watch Netflix because it's too new. When I'm talking about too new, I'm talking about the current version. And then that's pretty much it, you know? It's kind of nuts when you think about it, because we accomplished so much. Kind of nuts when you think about it, because we're still accomplishing so much. And this is kind of nice because right now I'm not motivated to make content, so the first thing that I had was, this is time to relax. And I was like, okay, well, can I relax? Let's work, right? Which is a great thing. Now, is it perfect? No. It's just a fun fact about using something, and I just think it's kind of cool that we're using. Okay, my recording fell. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm back in about an hour. But yeah, cool little tidbits of information, isn't it? I love you guys. Take it easy. I don't want to end the video, but there's nothing else to say. I just thought it was a kind of a cool thing. And this is Tab E. We bought it. I don't even know when we bought it, but it was a while ago. It doesn't work. Shit. We have extra quarter, which is perfect because it works, but it breaks a lot, and it's not ideal. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Also, the button to go back to the main screen is broken, so I have to literally go. I literally have to go. And the tabs, the reset app. And we're going for the reset app, and we're going for extra quarter. This phone is so old that I let it charge for the whole night, and it was 43%. So how insane is that? And of course, it's taking it back to the thing that we don't want to. This is all pointless. This is all meaningless until you get meanings. And I think the cool thing is you give things meaning, right? So yeah, so I love you guys. I really do. Take it easy. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.